Hey everyone, how's it going? I wanted to start a little bit early. Um, one thing I should let you know, since there was no maintenance, this event kind of starts at a weird time for me. Maybe for most other people it'll be alright, but for me, this event started at 7 a.m. I don't want to get up that early, and even if I did, I don't think I'll be able to stream that early, because, disturbing other people in the house. Don't want to do that. But anyways, enough about that. Added update today. Well, it's not really an update, but they added a bunch of stuff today, New Year's events and stuff like that. Same thing as usual. We're gonna go through the events, or the unit and the arc first. I haven't done much. I know I had some time to do everything in the game because the update's been out for like a few hours now, but I haven't actually done anything. The only thing I've done, log into the game, get some crystals and have a look, but I haven't really done anything yet. I really hope that I can get the unit and the arc really early, but I don't expect that's going to happen because I have a feeling that today is going to go very badly. And I don't know why, but we'll see how it goes. There's 2 UR and 1 hero guarantee banners. Now I don't know if you can actually do both of them or if you can only choose one. It would make sense if you can only choose one, but I don't know. What I would recommend is if you do have the paid crystals and want to do one of these banners, click on the probability and just look at what UR arcs are available in the banner. And most people might go for this one because it has the new UR arc and Great War of Ruin, which is great. But if you want Theopolis, then that's in the other banner. And also Loxus and a few units are in this banner. So kind of depends on what you want and what your account is looking like. So I'm most likely going to do part 1 banner later on. I'm not going to do that yet because that's kind of a big thing. And we'll talk more about banner stuff later. I just want to get right into the unit and the arc first of all, so let's do that. Probability is 0.8 on normal charts for unit. UR arc is 0.4, which is kind of sad. The last UR arc was 0.8%, so kind of disappointing, but I'm really hoping we can get something good today. So Sera, I know Sera has been talked about for quite a while now. People were suspecting when Sera eventually comes out in the future, she would eventually be an even stronger version of Theria, which she kind of is, but at the same time she's not, because she does play differently. But we're going to have a look at that in a minute. So, stats, first of all, HP is not that high. I mean, it's decent, but not the best. MP is good. The main thing, she's mostly going to be a healer, as you can see. Similar to Theria, but with differences. Mind is very good. Ints don't really matter too much. She doesn't have any magic attacks, so doesn't really matter. And defense pretty nice too, so it's mostly the mind because she's going to be good for healing and some other things which is going to be very nice. But yeah, attribute resistance is minus 30 to thunder and everything else fine. Not really that big of a deal really. Element resistance is actually nice because she's not actually weak to anything. So that's a nice thing to have. Not having weakness to anything is pretty nice. Now her skills are quite interesting. Now these are very similar to Theria, Spirit Maiden Theria, but a bit different. Skill 1 is pretty similar, but it's a long range medium area light combo attack, and it says around the unit and target enemy. So I'm assuming it means it's going to attack around the unit, like Spirit Maiden Theria skill 1 as well, but it's also going to be a attack around the enemy as well, so boost damage against god types. Now here's the thing, I don't think, yeah, it seems like it, I don't think she's going to do that much damage, because one thing, she doesn't have any damage cap ups, and she is not supposed to be a DPS unit, she is a support unit, so her skill 1 is not really going to do much. It might be good for pulling enemies back. I mean, that's what I use Theria's skill 1 for, is if there's a bunch of enemies around me, I use skill 1, it pushes everyone back, and then I can heal. It's pretty useful, but I don't think her skill 1 is going to be the main thing. Skill 2, though, apply physical slash magic attack damage plus 20% buff to all allies. Now this is different than Theria's skill 2. Her skill 2 is arguably better, but Sera's skill 2, if it can stack, then that's gonna be really, really good, but I'm assuming it doesn't. If it's a different icon, then yeah, it will, but I assuming it doesn't, but it's still a very nice buff that you can just keep using her skill 2 and you can apply that buff to all of your team, basically for the whole of the battle, depending on how long it lasts and how long it takes to charge a skill 2, whatever. But that does seem like it's going to be pretty good. Skill 3 is basically the same as Theria. Shut up. Basically the same as Theria's skill 3. Restore moderate HP to all allies. Basically the same thing, but I do like that. Restoring HP on a skill, very useful. Now her special is very good. Her special is so good. There's some more things we need to talk about her special later once we get to skills. But right now, let's see her special as it stands. Revive all incapacitated allies and greatly restore HP. Now that is the same as Spirit Maiden 3 as well. But here's where it gets a bit different. Apply an all attribute damage plus 25% / all attribute damage cap plus 3500 buff to all allies. Now here's the thing. I have seen things that imply that this special is a unique icon, which means this special damage cap can possibly stack with Tinkili, which is going to be very good because, I don't know about you, I personally like having as much damage cap as possible. Having a unit like this that increases everyone's damage cap by 2500 just from using a special is just insanely good. And she can also heal and revive and also give 25% more damage to all attributes. Now, I don't know if all attributes will include non-attributes. In some cases it has, or maybe all cases, I don't know, but it should do. So yeah, that special right there is a very good special. Now this is very good. You can see from her skills already that she's kind of a different unit than Spirit Maiden Theria. She's more focused on buffing your whole team in terms of damage and their potential, increasing their damage cap, and their damage is very good. I do like units like this personally because I feel like they are so useful. I know Spirit Maiden Theria is probably going to be like more of a support defensive unit, right? But Sera is going to be a much better unit for higher DPS and better damage potential. So let's look at her traits, which also gets interesting. Maiden of Binding. While unit is alive, all allies damage cap plus 2000. So this part of the trait, first of all, I don't know if it's a buff or if it's just continuous all the time. It doesn't say it's a buff, so I'm going to assume that it's continuous and it stacks with other buffs. If it does, then that's going to be insanely good, because that means you're getting plus 2000 from this trait. Also getting plus 2500 when you use a special. If they stack, that's going to be like 5500 damage cap to everyone on your team. Now that is insanely great. I just so good. I don't know if you know how good that is, but that is very good. It says while unit is alive, so I'm assuming it's not a buff, it's just continuous all the time, which is, she's going to be great. I can already see this. Battle start, apply a strength plus 35% buff to all allies, basically grand, brave to all allies, excluding the unit, which is fine because she's not going to be she don't care about strength anyways. She's not going to be a DPS. Every 40 seconds use 50 MP to reapply the buff. Now that is also a very good thing, because you could use the time to apply the buff to every single unit, or you could use like whatever Grand Brave it is, and you could do that and waste time and probably use more MP that way. Or you could just wait 40 seconds and then it applies the buff automatically. Now here's the thing, I'm pretty certain the buff lasts 40 seconds. So if you're counting that, that basically means this plus 35% strength buff is going to be continuous throughout the whole battle as long as Sera has MP available, which is going to be insanely good as well. So that is just crazy, because there aren't that many units that have high brave continuously. There's only a few units. Yeah, don't know how lucky everyone else is being with these pulls. I hope I get lucky, but if I get lucky, then don't go mad, because I've had really bad luck with Major and some other banners, but I know I've had some good luck. It's kind of random. Anyways, trait 2 nullifies sorcerer killer slash slayer effects is going to be pretty damn useful in arena, but I don't know if she's going to be a better arena unit than Spirit Maiden Theria, considering Theria is more for buffing everyone and making them survive longer. Spirit Maiden Theria might be better in arena. I don't think people are going to replace Theria in arena for Sera, because they're different units, they play differently. But it's still nice that she has that. I don't know any bosses that actually do have killer slash slayer effects, I really don't know, so I'm assuming that's just mostly for arena. HP recovery cap plus 3000. Now here's the thing, Theria has plus 3500 HP recovery cap, I'm pretty sure, in her 5th enhance, which means Sera has 500 lower, which isn't that big of a deal, because she does have more HP recovery caps from other skills and UR arc, which we'll talk about in a bit. When an ally HP is restored by an active skill, here's where it gets interesting as well. Apply a buff that restores 20% of the restored HP amount after a set time. Now this can be huge. I don't know about you, I've been thinking this, since I've seen this, I've read this trait, I've been thinking, oh, this could be great with Spirit Breath. If the buff that restores 20% of the restored HP amount, if that activates Spirit Breath, that is going to be so good, because you can basically just put on Glass Record on Sera and put Spirit Breath on everyone. It's basically gonna, Glass Record is basically gonna apply 3 times, because obviously you're gonna get that SCT once, and then you're also gonna get that SCT from healing, and then you're also gonna get the SCT from the buff healing. If that does happen, I feel like that's just gonna be insanely good, and I'm definitely gonna be trying it out at some point. But if we get her anyways, and I don't even know if that is going to happen, because I think Spirit Breath only applies to skills, so since it's a buff, it most likely won't apply to that, but if it doesn't, that makes sense, but it's still a very nice thing, because let's say you're up against a boss which hits you a bunch of times, you can heal everyone, they're gonna get all healed, right? And if you get hit a bunch of times, after that it doesn't matter too much, because you've got a buff which heals 20% of the restored HP amount after a set amount of time. I don't know what that time is, but we'll have to see. So yeah, these 2 traits are both very good. There's nothing bad about these traits. I personally feel like these 2 traits are above average, in my opinion. They're very good. So let's go to skills now. 40 seconds seems like way too long, I don't know about you. 40 seconds to get that 20% HP seems like too long. My guess would be like 10-15 seconds, maybe. Just have to test it out. Hopefully I'll be able to test her out later. I do have at least one friend that has her already. Well, 40 seconds seems like a bit too long. And here's the thing. I can see a problem. And the problem is, if you're... I'm talking about trait 2. The problem is, if you're healing everyone, you apply the buff that restores 20% of restored HP after a certain amount of time. If you're healing everyone applying that buff, and you heal everyone again before that buff goes off, does it reset the timer? Now, if it does reset the timer, then that's going to be a big problem, because if you're spamming healing, then that buff is basically never going to happen. So that's one thing to think about. But another thing to think about is if those buffs are able to stack the healing buffs, then that's going to be ridiculously overpowered as well. So I really don't think that's going to happen. We're just going to have to go down to testing with that one. I can't really say much more about that. Let's go on to skills now, which is also very interesting. You can see a lot of magic here, which is nice. Yeah, I hope it's overpowered, because Sera is stupidly overpowered in the story. She's very overpowered in the story. Don't know about you, but the story, she's so good. But that's why I kind of want her. And I've been using Spirit Maiden Theria for so long now. I kind of want a unit that can kind of replace Theria. Not in terms of support, keeping people alive, but in terms of healer and buffing everyone for damage. I think she's going to be great. Her charisma, give all allies the effect when restoring HP with active skills plus 30% recovery. Now this charisma is alright. It's not the best charisma. If you've got other units in the team, it might be better off to use their charisma instead, depending on what it is. But it is a nice one to have more recovery, 30% recovery. Now that is to the whole team, but it doesn't really matter because it's only going to be to the... This unit is mostly going to be the main healer in the party anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But if you need it, then it's there. God heal, gotta need that. That's great. Mostly in arena, super annoying. Don't do that, but yeah, God heal is very nice. Starlight heal is also very good. I do like using that. Cure all. It's nice. Erase as well. High resurrection. Now all of these skills basically Theria has as well. Grand protection. Now this isn't the high version, so it hasn't taken some drugs. It's still 20%, not 35%. So it's not the best, but the fact that she's got this buff on her is still nice. And also Magic Castle. It's not Magic Castle 2 though, or whatever the name is, but it's still nice that she has it. High Vitality Phaser is also very nice, because giving everyone more HP cap and recovering HP seems pretty good. I'm most likely going to use that. If I do manage to get her and use her in teams, I'll probably use it, because it seems like it's going to be pretty useful. Now, she doesn't have all of the buffs like Theria has a bunch of ice walls and fire walls and, you know, all the wall effects and some other effects too. Sera doesn't have that, but what she kind of does have is a bunch more skills, and you can also put more magic buffs on her if you want to, so it's not that big of a deal really. So you just have to use more SC on more magic buffs if you really want to, or if you don't care about buffs, you can just put on something like Glass Record, or just keep her as a healer if you want. Kind of depends on what you want. MP up max, gonna need a lot of MP on her if you're running on stages that last a long time, so you're gonna need that MP. Magic defense up max, also nice. Arcane up 4. Esoteric up 3. I see. Int, mind, and MP up 10%. Now I'm gonna be very surprised if this skill goes on a UR arc in the future, or a limited arc in the future. I think they won't do that because this skill is too strong, because it has int, mind, and MP. I know they put arcane ups on arcs. Maybe these skills would be a lot of SC though, most likely, if they were to be on arcs, but right now they're new skills. But this is very strong. I do like this skill because it also stacks with everything else here, so that's very nice. Kind of explains why she got a lot of mind. Royal Armor is alright. Divinity Shield is very nice to have. Less damage from God, Dragon, Spirit, and Undead types, which is most bosses in the game, so she's going to come in handy for a lot of boss stages and take a lot less damage. Wisdom Protection is nice. Add 5% of int to defense and mind. I do like using that on units that have a lot of int, so that's good. Auto heal, we've been seeing auto heal on a lot more recent units like Shida and Maja. Auto heal is a very nice skill to have. Use 30 MP to greatly recover HP when coming close to death. Just very useful in most hard bosses and even arena. It could be useful if you've got a lot of MP somehow. Could be great. If you manage to get auto heal on Shift Gorm, that's gonna be hell. That's gonna be the worst thing ever. I don't know if he already has it. I'm assuming it doesn't, but imagine if this skill was on an arc in the future and you could just put it on Shift Gorm. It's gonna be so bad. I mean, it's gonna mean his MP is gonna drain, but he's gonna survive a stupid amount of time. If he's got guard skills, but anyway, we're not talking about him anyway. Healing boost and healing high boost is great. Now, Sacred Guardian, I didn't know what this skill did. I had to look it up because I haven't actually seen that on many units. It's only been on 2 units, Ruto and someone else that I forget. Sacred Guardian, recovery magic power 20% and recovery magic cast speed 50%. Now, this is great. I'm pretty sure this is going to apply to Glass Record as well, because it does count as recovery magic. So that is going to be very nice to have. Casting speed and more power, more healing. Archangel's Blessing and a battle recover MP is nice. More MP, gonna be great. It's not that big of a deal on boss stages though, because you're just gonna be against one boss. It's gonna be a long stage, so it's still nice to have it though. Megalodon Shield has been on a lot more recent units, so that's pretty nice too. Immovable Object also great. High level magic chance. I was hoping she had this because that's going to be more casting speed. Now she doesn't need the cast speed for her normal magic and even her buffs, but the main use that this can have is for Glass Record. If you do have that, I'm highly going to recommend using that if you got it. Rope Mega Boost. Now usually on Mega Boost they get increased damage cap, but on this one it doesn't. Mine 20%, magical attack damage plus 10%, and physical damage taken minus 10%. Now this is going to be good. The magical damage doesn't really don't care about that because she's not a mage. She has no magic skills at all, no magic DPS skills, so don't worry about that. Now we're going to get to some interesting stuff down here, some very interesting things we got to talk about. Daybreak, HP recovery 10%, duration of buffs 10% from units' active skills. Pretty nice, not the main one here though. There's one skill I'm really looking forward to seeing how interesting it is. Continuous Grand Regeneration and Advanced Magic Circles effect. Now this is also very good. Very nice skill. Clouded Heavens. Yeah, this skill. This skill is very interesting. I don't know about you, but this is like... let's just read it. Special becomes able to deal damage. And special damage cap plus 30,000. Greatly boosts special damage to god types. Now this is one of the most interesting skills, because I don't know about you. To me it just seems very interesting. If you look at her skill, it doesn't do damage. It only applies buffs and heals and everything like that, right? Yeah. But if you go to this skill, special becomes able to deal damage. Now I don't know if this is going to overwrite the special and not do any of the buffs, but if it does the buffs as well as this, her special is going to be insanely good. And I also don't know if the special is going to be only against one enemy or against the entire team, and I have no idea if it changes the animation or what the hit counts is of the special and everything like that. I have no idea because we have not seen any gameplay of this in the videos. They didn't showcase it. So we're going to have to try that out later. I'm hoping we'll be able to use her later on because I'm really interested to know how this skill works and hit count and everything like that, because this seemed very interesting to me. Plus 30,000 damage cap to her special means her special is going to be like 40,000, which if it's to all enemies and has good hit counts, that's going to be like a new Alice. I don't know about you, but I'm not expecting something ridiculously strong. I'm expecting it to do a little bit of damage, but nothing ridiculous, but we're gonna have to try it out. Maybe it's gonna be low hit counts, maybe that's why the damage cap is high on the special, who knows. But yeah, that skill is very interesting. Yeah, 1 hit count, terrible. Put it in the garbage bin. But yeah, we're gonna have to try that out later. Less likely to be targeted by enemies. I do like having that on healers. Physical damage taken minus 20% is nice. When attacking with special, here you go. Apply strength defense inch minus 35% debuff to god type enemies. Now that is also very good. That's gonna mean she's gonna be able to debuff god enemies, which is great. Now, yeah, there are a lot of god bosses in this game, and yeah, in the story there's a lot of god bosses. So that can be very useful, but there's a lot of hard bosses that are not gods. Yeah, I know, it's completely balanced in terms of its skills. It's like this skill could be put into separate skills. Like, less likely to be targeted by enemies could be a skill by itself. But they just put all of this words into one skill. Completely fine. But yeah, all of these skills, it seems like she's going to be a very nice unit to have. And I am going to replace Thoria with Sera, if we can get her today, in most content, specifically hard stages. But if you're up against a boss which does a ridiculous amount of damage, then Thoria is going to be the better unit to use. And in Arena, Thoria is probably going to be the better unit to use, maybe, most likely. So, they're both different units. I know they're both healers, but Sera does things differently. She buffs everyone on the team, keeps everyone alive with the healing, and applies buffs to everyone. Even a special can do damage, we'll see that later. But yeah, Sera seems like an incredibly strong unit. And I'm going to say this right now, she's definitely going to be a top tier unit. No matter what happens, she's going to be a top tier unit. And I can promise that now, she might not rank as high as Thoria, because Thoria is kind of more useful in terms of supporting everyone, keeping everyone alive, and in Arena. But yeah, basically Sera is offensive Thoria. Sera is basically a Thoria and Tinkili at the same time, so you don't have to use Tinkili and Thoria on the team, you can just use Sera as she's going to cover both things. So yeah, I feel like Sera is going to be an incredibly strong unit. She might not rate 10 out of 10 on the tier list, but she's definitely going to rate at least 9.5, 9.7, around that. She's going to be an incredibly strong unit, and basically everyone in this game is going to benefit from having her, because someone like me that has basically all the support units, I still want to get Sera because she has a great usage as a unit. So yeah, Sera's going to be a great unit, and if you don't have Thoria, just wail for Sera if you really want to, because she's kind of like an alternative to Thoria. If you still don't have Thoria, you must get Sera, because you kind of need this type of healer. There aren't that many units like this, so I'd recommend to get Sera if you can. I know I usually recommend to get most units, but that's kind of just how I am, and I kind of just look at all the skills and see what they are, and what they, give to the game, and it just it depends on your account. If you do have Thoria, you don't need Sera that badly, but the thing is, you're still going to benefit from having Sera because she plays differently than Thoria, and she can buff your team to allow your team to do even more damage. If you care about that, then definitely try and get her. And another thing is, there's also a UR arc on this banner, so you could get lucky like a little someone and get the UR arc instead of Sera. Amaterasu UR arc is... I kind of expected them to release a new UR arc today. It's kind of expected. And let's go over the trait first. Well, stats first. HP is alright. MP is very high. Mind is also very high. The rest of the stats don't really matter too much. I mean, If you're using this arc for a DPS unit, I guess it could be right. Internal strength is like 200 lower than it should be for a DPS. But it's mostly, since it's on Sera banner, makes sense. Mostly going to be a support arc, but still. Look at the trait now. Light attack damage plus 15% is a very nice one. It's not the highest damage buff, but it's still a continuous buff, and a very nice one to have on an arc trait. Most attacks are effective against undead types, kind of similar to Great War Ruin, which is against god types, so that's interesting. It's basically the same as a Slayer effect. Each time healing magic is used, cut damage taken maximum of 20% at 10 times, so basically that means 2% each time you use healing magic, and it resets each wave, or if the unit dies. That's going to be incredibly useful. If you put it on Sera, that's going to be so good. The only thing is, it's only to that unit and not the entire team. If it was to the entire team, that would have been incredibly strong, but it's not, which makes sense. So that's very good. So you're getting more damage and a maximum of 20% less damage taken, which is very strong. That is very good. Light attack damage cap plus 2000, which is great. That's kind of like the other arcs we've been seeing. Actually, one thing to note, aren't other UR arcs plus 3000 damage cap? I think so, because the Council of 10 arc is 2000. I think Katsuchi and Loxus and Solaris, those three are plus 3000 damage cap instead, I think. I'm pretty sure they are. So that's kind of bad, because I would have expected this light attack damage cap to be 3000, but kind of makes up for the rest of the traits. HP recovery cap from active skills plus 2000. So you're getting 2000 light damage cap, and you're also getting 2000 damage cap to your recovery cap from active skills. Now here's the thing, if you do manage to get this UR arc and have Thoria and can't get Sera, then this arc is going to be insanely good on Thoria, because you're going to give her HP recovery cap plus 2000. It's going to be great. Now this trait overall is a very nice trait, very strong trait. I don't know if it's the best UR arc trait, definitely not, but it's still up there as a very good UR arc trait. It's arguably, it's better than the Council of 10 UR arc trait, because that trait was kind of meh. The damage on that trait was terrible. It's kind of the mitigation and damage on that arc was very bad, but this arc trait seems like a very good trait to have. Let's go over skills now, which also have some good skills in here. Healing boost, Undead Geyser is a new one. High Resurrection is also a new one. Well, it's not completely new, but it's new on an arc. Now this can mean you can put High Resurrection on any unit you want, which may come in handy. God Heal is whatever. Holy Armor is nice. Holy Enhance is also new. Light attack damage 10% and recovery magic power 30%. Now this can also stack with Sera's other buffs, which if you really need that recovery magic power, then you can put it on if you want, or if you want the light damage cap, the damage 10% on Sera for a special if you want. But I think this skill is mostly going to be for recovery magic power. It is 12 SC though, so that's kind of expensive, but it's still a nice skill, and there's some other nice skills, but nothing crazy on here. There's still some nice skills though, but it's nothing insanely strong or insanely good that you need for units. It's still nice though. Let's look at this skill, which we haven't looked at yet. Now this skill, I don't know what I think about this skill. It is useful, but it's just, you know, we got alternatives to the skill, which you'll see. Powerful light attack against all enemies, damage cap 15,000. Boost damage against undead types, which is nice, I guess. Revive all incapacitated allies and very greatly recover HP. Now, here's the thing. Reviving all allies and recovering HP is very good. That is very good for an arc skill, right? The problem is, can only use this arc skill once, and there are alternatives, like the Yggdrasil summon. She does the same thing, she recovers HP and revives everyone in the team, and that can be used multiple times as long as you charge it up. It's a summon, so that does the same thing. And you can also use like revive skills, and even Sera's special skill revives and restores HP, and Theria's special does that too. So there are alternatives to this arc skill, which is why this arc skill isn't as strong as it should be. But it's still a nice arc skill to have, and can be incredibly useful, because let's say you use your special on Sera to revive everyone, but then everyone dies again, you can use the arc skill to revive everyone for the second time. So, if you're in a bad situation, this can be an incredibly useful arc. I can definitely see that. Especially in hard boss stages that you're struggling on and dying a bunch of times, this is going to be incredibly strong and going to benefit you a lot. So, that's still a nice arc, but I would definitely not recommend getting it to level 10, because the benefits you're getting from getting it to level 10 are probably not worth doing, because I think the only thing you're getting from leveling up is more damage cap, more damage, and maybe more HP recovery, and that's it, I think. I don't know what it looks like at level 1, we'll have to see that if we manage to get it, or look at someone else's arc, we'll have to see. But yeah, a nice arc so far. Let's look at the Archive reward, which is also a nice one. Looks like a kidney bean or something. I don't know what it's supposed to be. I really don't. It is an accessory. Adds MP, which is nice. Quite a bit of MP. Mind and int's alright too. Trait, light attack damage 10%. Now that is actually pretty nice on an accessory. Recovery magic power 15%. Now it's not the highest light attack damage buff, but it's still a nice one to have. And the resistances, the attribute, nothing on there. Yeah, no, I don't know what a Sun God Magitama is. If you ask me what it is, I have no idea what it is. Just gonna go with it. Element resistances resist stun, which is great, and curse. So this accessory seems like it's going to be incredibly useful, and also very good on Sera slash Tinkili. I mean, Theria. If you manage to get this arc, you can put it on 3 if you want. Maybe it's going to be useful in Arena if you want. And even on a DPS unit like Alice or Roland or A2, you can put it on them if you want for more 10% more damage. Yeah, it kind of makes sense, really. But yeah, this accessory is strong. It's not the... I mean, it's nothing bad about it. It is worthy of the UR Arc Ether reward, but there are better UR Arcs, Arc Ether rewards. But yeah, everything about this UR Arc is very good. Like, you kind of can expect it. Since it's a UR Arc, you can expect it to be good. And it is. I would recommend not to whale. Don't go all out for this arc specifically, because it's UR arc. That's always a terrible idea. Now, I do really want this arc. I can't promise that I'm going to get it. It depends on what happens today. We have a chance, but not an incredibly high chance. But yeah, that's Sera and the UR arc. Both incredibly good. I would probably recommend to pull on this banner, because they are both good. Yeah, whale. Let's look at, what should we look at next? One thing I haven't looked at yet is the paid equipment. I am interested to know what she has. I'm expecting a staff and a robe, or a robe and an accessory, or a staff and an accessory. I think it's a staff and a robe, yeah it is. So let's see. So she's got staff and a robe. Look at staff first, no idea what it's going to be. So staff light attribute, that's actually insanely good stats for a paid staff. The int, the mind, and the MP is pretty damn high. Yeah, I have looked at the New Year medal trading space. Got some good stuff there. I don't have that many materials for it yet, but I have a look in a minute. So, light attack damage plus 30%. That's actually really strong. Why is that so good? Duration of buffs from active skills plus 20%. Continuous recast effect. Oh yeah, I just realized she doesn't have recast in her kit, in her skills. Okay. This staff seems incredibly useful and seems a bit too strong for a paid staff, because most paid staffs are not this strong. Not gonna lie, this staff is incredibly good. The fact that it gives a lot of mind for even more healing, and that light attack damage, which is not that big of a deal, but for her special skill is going to be nice. Duration of buffs, continuous recast. The one thing it doesn't do is give more power to your recovery magic. That's the one thing it doesn't do. But it's still nice. A nice staff. If we do get unlucky, then most likely going to get staff. But we'll see how it goes. So, very good staff. Seems very strong. Obviously, there's always alternatives to paid staffs. I know there's a Arkifa staff which has a chance for HP recovery magic to crit, which might be useful. Could use that instead maybe, and maybe other staffs. I don't really know of much other staffs. Let's look at the robe now. Maybe it's going to increase damage cap or something, I don't know. Maybe not. Probably survivability. Stats on this one also seem pretty high. The mines, defense, int. Why are the stats on all of these paid things so good? Why are they so high? They seem higher than usual. Usually the stats of these paid equipment are lower than this. Well, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. Stats are very high. Trait, battle start, give a unit an auto revive buff. Okay. That is pretty useful. It doesn't say how long the buff lasts. I don't know if it's continuous buff until the unit dies, because there is an accessory which does that from Great War of Ruin. And unable to feint from enemy attacks is also pretty nice. No attribute attack damage taken minus 25%. Now that's kind of strange. I don't really know what I think about that trait, because it's just kind of weird. Now, the auto revive buff is very good, and unable to feint is also very good. No attribute attack damage taken minus 25% is also nice, but I would have preferred less physical damage taken, or just less damage taken, or less magic damage taken. I personally would have preferred that instead. I know it's 25%, which is nice, but there isn't that many no attribute bosses or attacks that I can think of that would be good for this. So I personally feel like the staff seems better. The elements resistance to stun and silence seems nice. It's not the best robe. There are definitely better robes to have. I can think of one off my head, which is, I think it's an armor actually, which kind of sucks, but that can be a alternative which gives more recovery power. Would have preferred that, maybe. But yeah, this robe is nice, but I personally feel like the staff is way better than the robe. So yeah. Pay to win players, I probably recommend the staff first, but it also depends on what you want really, and what your account has. Obviously there's prisms here too. If you really want the prisms, then get them. If you manage to get Sera without needing to use any paid crystals at all, without getting any of these credentials, then I guess you don't need to worry about any of this stuff, because they're not needed for the unit. They're not incredibly strong. You don't need them that badly. She's going to be an incredibly good unit without all of them, so yeah, you don't need them. But if you do get unlucky and manage to do a bunch of if you do have to do a bunch of paid pulls and have these credentials, you might as well get them. So yeah, that's the paid equipment. Let's quickly go over some of the other trading spaces while we're here. They did add a lot of events and stuff with this update. I don't know what you're supposed to call it because there wasn't actually a maintenance with this one, which was very, very strange. So we got the New Year medal trading space. Some very good stuff here. These 3 accessories I've already gotten. Can't view those, but that's because this New Year happened last year, right? The same thing happened last year. So I've already got these. And they added a new one, I think, unless this was here before. It might be new. Don't remember. It's an accessory. HP is nice. About to start, good things and bad things happen at random. Absolutely no idea what this does. You can take any guess. I have literally no idea what this does at all. What I'm assuming is it has a chance to buff and slash debuff units and do random things. No idea. I mean, I think I will not use this accessory at all until I know what it does, because it might apply debuffs to the unit that you're using it on, which might be bad. I mean, the trait on this one might be terrible. I have no idea. Don't really care about the accessory. The main things here are New Year gacha tickets is a big win, because if you're incredibly lucky, you could get a UR arc from one of these tickets. So I highly recommend to do as much farming in these events as you can, and get these tickets and this UR Stardust, and all of these materials as well. Because these materials are just going to save farming time, and UR Stardust is very rare. I did actually buy some. There's some packs in the store, which I could look at in a minute. So I did get some of those. Now I've got 10, which is yay, great. I'm still saving them for now because I don't have any UR arc that is something I want. But yeah, you can get these materials from Story, which is very good. I'm definitely going to be doing that later. Well, I always leave it on at night time, which is always the best thing to do. You can just get a bunch of these if you farm Imperial Guard Commander 3 with a unit like V. You're going to get a bunch of these materials. So yeah, I'm going to get these 2 tickets. I can't get any more than that right now, which is sad, but who knows what's going to happen with 2 tickets. And they've also updated this, unless this is new. There's Sera Prism in here, which is great. And a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, I think it's a new event. Yeah, New Year's night. Yeah, that's pun. I'm definitely farm this event too. Obviously you want to get everything from these events if you can, have the time. And that's basically it from these. Obviously you can pick either unit and the arc if you really have to, which I'm hoping doesn't happen today. Now that's everything I wanted to go over for now. Next thing is the part of the stream where I get really worried because we have to do the summons, which can go incredibly bad or incredibly good. You don't know what's gonna happen. I am prepared for this, but I also am hoping I don't have to do a bunch of summons, because I would like to get the unit and the arc because they are both incredibly good and I would like to have them. So actually I'm just gonna look at the shop first. We will do the less interesting pools first. So we got these packs, which, yeah, this pack is a very good deal if you want. Sera packs, there's a free pack, you might as well get it. New Year sets, a free pack here. Now these ones I can't actually view them anymore, but basically this one guaranteed SSR ticket, 10 pull, and some other stuff, a potion. This one has UR arc, Stardust, and a guaranteed DOH unit, 10 pull ticket, and this one has the same thing but 2 UR Stardust, and a bunch of other materials and stuff. Definitely worth getting in my opinion, and especially this one. A guaranteed unit for 300 paid crystals is just a very good deal. Could be any unit, I know it's not a guaranteed DRH unit, but it's a very good deal. I always like these packs because they seem like they are very good deals. That's what I think anyway. I think they're worth getting. Now, you don't have to get them of course, but it might be considering thinking about them if you really want. But yeah. Let's do the free 10 pull first. You can do this 25 times, do it once per day, 250 spins. Now, here's the thing. If I look at my arcs quickly, and go down, I was actually decently lucky recently. I used a few normal tickets, managed to get Megalodon finally, and Bolt Bearer's Ascent as well. So yeah, I'm only missing one SSR arc now, I'm pretty sure, which is Psycho Guild, or whatever the name is. I need that one. I really do want that one. So I'm hoping I get it from these at some point. If not, I guess it's not a big deal. I think that's the only thing I'm missing from these. But if I don't get a red, maybe that'll mean I'm saving my luck for the other banners. Who knows? Skip time. But yeah, don't worry, you actually get 100 medals for the new year, trading space, which is good. I wouldn't worry about getting anything from this, because these are just free pulls. And I have most of the things anyway, so I'm not worried about it. But yeah, those are the free pulls. I'm glad they are doing these because 250 free pulls is just so useful. I bet after this is finished, they're going to release a new permanent unit. That would suck. They might do that. I'm expecting a new permanent unit soon because they haven't released one in so long. So, there are a bunch of gachas here. Let's look at this first. I guarantee UR and Shiro. We're not going to do this yet, we're going to do this soon. Now here's the thing. There's a problem. I have every single UR arc currently, apart from the new one. So chances of me of getting something new from this banner is incredibly low. Go away. It's incredibly low of me getting something new, but there's still a chance. Now the reason why I'm going to do this banner is because even if I don't get something new, UR arc dupes are still very nice to have, because UR Stardust is quite rare. Yeah, I know. I don't expect me to get good luck. I don't have my hopes up for this one. I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to do it in a little bit. We're going to do some other things first. I just want to have a look at this. There's Amoretsu, God of Ruin, Sky Fortress Solaris, Eldravana, Lineamata, 5 UR arcs. I have a 1 in 5 chance of getting that Amaterasu arc. Now, that seems like a good chance, but I have a feeling I'm not going to get it. I don't expect to get it, so I'm just going to expect to get 1 or 2 UR arc dupes, and that's it. But even if it's an arc dupe of Solaris or something, I'm going to take it because I personally like the dupes, and increasing their arc skills is very useful. So, also got this one, guaranteed unit for 3000. I don't recommend doing this one unless you really want to, because you could get a non-DRH unit here, so it can be good if you want to have a chance of getting these, but also Loxus in here too, but I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to do it 3 times. Step Up Gacha will be doing this in a minute, very soon, and normal banner as well. So first thing I want to do is use my tickets, because I've got quite a few of these, and I'm hoping we can get lucky with this, because there are UR arcs in this banner, and I'm really hoping we get Amaterasu, because I would love to have that. Anything new, I would take it. I'm just going to skip these 2 tickets, because it's not going to be anything from 2 tickets unless you're incredibly lucky. Yesterday, I used 3 normal tickets and got that SSR Megalodon arc. Skip. Yep, I didn't expect to get a red. Well, you're just in time. We're just starting the pulls now. We haven't actually done any summons yet. We just finished doing our review of everything. So, I guess that's okay. I'm not going to complain about a red, really. First red of the day, and it's on a ticket, so I guess that's good. So I've got a few tickets here. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. This guarantees any unit once. This guarantees an SSR plus. Could give a UR arc. This one, I have two of these. Guarantees one DOH unit at the end. Chance to get Sera or the new UR arc already from these tickets. That's the reason why I got them. Because I thought they were a good chance to get something new. So hopefully we get something from this. I'm not expecting the best. I'm expecting dupes, but we'll see what happens. We'll use this first ticket, and most likely going to be a dupe. Well, yeah, they are worth. They are the most worth banners because UR arcs are incredibly hard to get. But it depends on the UR arcs you have currently, because if you're someone like me that has almost all of them, then you're not going to benefit much from them. But if you're still missing a few UR arcs, then it's worth doing. But if you can't spare the paid crystals, then no, not much reason to do it. Advocate of God Lily is actually not terrible. I do actually still use her sometimes because she is a pretty nice unit. Double hit counts and everything. I'm surprised I actually got a DOH unit from that ticket. I was kind of expecting one of those non-limited permanent units, but I guess that's fine. Let's use, what should we use now? Let's use one of these, then that, and then that. We've got 3 10 pulls here. We have the opportunity to get something good. The chance to get something good for this. This is incredibly stressful because the stakes are incredibly high on these tickets. Because you have the chance to win the lottery, or you have the chance to just completely jump in a dumpster. Yeah, that's kind of what, yeah. I know the rates are incredibly bad, but sometimes you can get lucky, or you can just go whale and get what you want, no matter what, which sometimes happens. I mean, I don't see them changing the rates anytime soon. They did change some of the rates. Let's see what happens here. 3, something new. New. It's something new. What is it? I'll take that, because I've been wanting this arc. I've been wanting this arc because it has Doppelhander, which I need for Shift Lanceville. So, even though it's not a UR arc or, you know, something new, well, it is something new, so I'm happy that it's something new. Now, the red at the bottom is a guarantee unit. DOH unit is obviously going to be a dupe. You can't expect it to be something new. Normal Lanceville. That's pretty nice, actually. I did want this arc because it's got Doppelhander. Yeah, this is going to be great. This is going to allow my Shift Lanceville to be even better. Also, this Archive reward, I wasn't aware of this. This Archive reward is actually pretty good. Recover HP when HP reaches 70% or lower twice per wave. Apparently this is incredibly good in Arena and gives 1000 HP. This arc is pretty nice, I did want it, so there you go. That's that. So far off to a good start. Yeah, remember my luck with Shida was incredibly good. SSR plus tickets, we're going to use that now. Hopefully UR arc or something new. All I'm asking for is something new at this point. Come on. I really don't want to have to do so many summons just to hope to get Sera or the UR arc, because I would like to get both if possible. So, come on. Last temple got me 3 reds. I'm only expecting 1 red from this one. It's guaranteed red, but we'll see. Come on. It's only one. It's kind of, yeah, kind of expected that. Okay, that's actually, yeah, well, I kind of expected a dupe, but there is a more recent, I think it's the most recent SSR, so I guess it's, whatever, don't really care. I know they are giving out free crystals at some point, and yeah, maybe on the new year. Okay, last temple ticket. Obviously not the last pulls that we're doing, but last ticket of the day. The rest are going to be painful crystals. I know. This guarantees 1 DOH units. Hoping for something new. I'm still missing Zaix and Zoglus and Ruto and someone else. But obviously getting something new is a very small chance to happen. Yeah, only one. Gonna be a dupe of... It's new. Sera, please, Sera. It's Sera. Really? You're joking me. We didn't even do the banner. Well, I guess... Well, I mean, this feels very similar to the Shida banner. It seems the fates are at play again. I know, right? I know. I am Sera, I will lend you my power if you wish it. I do wish. Well... that was pretty damn lucky, not gonna lie. Now, I did make a mistake in my Shida livestream because I said the chances of getting Shida was actually higher than what I thought it was, but it was still incredibly low. Out of all the units, one in however many units. But let's see this. This is also incredibly lucky because look at this. Sera is up here at 0.0 whatever percent. That's not the chance. I could have gotten any DOH unit. So from Eliza up until Sera, could have gotten any of these units. That's pretty lucky actually, that's pretty nice. But here's the thing, I'm still going to do summons, because I would like to get the UR arc as well. I would really like to UR arc. Yeah, well those are all the tickets. I guess one thing I want to do now is... I did actually manage to get Saintly Thoria from a daily pull and Rabala, which I didn't have before, which was actually pretty nice. Hopefully I've still got some luck left. There's Sera. We will showcase her in a little bit. What we're gonna do now is try to go for the UR arc, because I would really like to have it, and if I don't know what the plan is, because here's the thing, if we don't get the UR arc after so many pulls, is it really worth doing 150 summons? Well, 150, using 150 crystals just to get the UR arc guaranteed? I don't think it is, because here's what I'm thinking. Even though I want the UR arc that badly, it's just not worth it, because there's going to be another one of these banners again in the future anyways, so I don't have to get it right now, even though it is an incredibly good arc and I would really like to have it so bad. But in the future they're going to bring out more of these banners, so I guess I could wait till then and try again. We're going to do the step up gacha, and I am still going to be doing some normal pulls and hope to get the UR arc, because our luck with Loxus, we did manage to get Loxus UR arc when Loxus came out, which was incredibly lucky. So maybe that will happen again. Chances are it won't, but I'm willing to throw a few crystals out there just to give myself a chance for the UR arc. Okay, so I'm going to be doing this step gacha, doing a few free crystals and doing the UR guarantee, and I don't know what next. This is a skip from me. Well, it is a gold, so I'll give you a chance. Okay, I kind of expected it to stay gold, but you are up. No, can't expect that. I'm gonna be screaming you are up every time it's a red, because I kinda... The UR arc chances are so incredibly low, it's really sad. I wish the pity was lower. I wish the pity for UR arcs were 300 instead of 500. Okay, so this step gacha actually does have rate up for the unit and the UR arc, so this doesn't seem that good. It's only a blue, so the good thing is this is a free pull, so go, 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 go. UR, we need it. No, it's nothing. There's no reds. Actually, there's a red. 3 reds. Come on, there's nothing. There's 3 arcs. Why are there 3 arcs? Anyway, step gacha's done. Yeah. Don't know what to say about that really. We had some decent luck. I'm glad we got 2 new things. I was kind of worried that we weren't going to get anything at all. Okay. We got to do this, but I don't want... I want to, but it's just... the stakes are too high to do this banner. Because... yeah. It's a 1 in 5 chance of getting Amaterasu. But, here's the thing. Don't expect me... I'm not going to expect to get it. Yeah, I did a lot of blind crystals, so yeah, kind of I'm gonna do this in a minute. Let me do... I'm gonna do a few of this gacha first, at least 3 or so pulls on this gacha. Maybe we'll get the arc from this, because the arc is on rate up for 0.4%, which is sad, I know, but I at least want to give it a few chances. I'm gonna do 3 10 pulls, and then I will do the UR guarantee after that, and then I don't know what's gonna happen next. Yeah, what I'm expecting to get from the UR guarantee is just a dupe of something, but I don't know what that something's gonna be. Either Great Wolverine, Solaris, something like that. I mean, oh, this one's gonna be a disappointment, really. There's a red, actually. I wasn't expecting that. It's only 1. Well, win some, you lose. Oh my god. I didn't expect that. We haven't even... Okay. We haven't even done the damn UI guarantee pull yet. We haven't... Okay. Well... Um... Okay, well, see... That's the reason why I did this pull. That's the reason why I did this pull instead of the guarantee. Now, okay. I don't... Okay. Well... You know, this time would have been a great time for a face cam, but I don't have one. Yeah, I know. Here's the thing. Adis just... They released many limited units. Now, this wouldn't be a problem if they were to make the guarantee, the pities less, and also carry on to the next banners. If they did that, it wouldn't be a problem. Okay, this is incredibly lucky. I'm not gonna lie. This luck is I don't know what to say really. I've still okay. Well, uh, well, I don't know what to say because it went better than I expected. We got okay. Uh, think about this. What did we actually get from all this? From the tickets, we got Sakai Guild, Psyker Guild. Still don't know how to pronounce this thing. We got this arc which I needed for Shift Lanceville, Doppelhander, and the Archive reward. I needed this arc, so I've got every single SSR arc now, I'm pretty sure. And we also managed to get this thing and the units from a ticket, which is insane. Okay, here's what I'm gonna be very, I don't know, I want to say something to you, everyone. Try not to think of this game as a gacha game, even though it is incredibly hard and the rates suck. This game is an incredibly good game, even if the gacha system didn't exist. This game would be like the perfect game, you know, for me anyway. So I would recommend not worrying about what you don't have. Just look at your account and what you have currently, and try and be smart with your crystals. And what I personally do is I save 90,000 crystals, stay at 90,000 crystals just so I can guarantee myself a new unit in the future which is worth getting. Now, I know some people might not like this game because these summons are so terrible, and they don't have the luck that some people have. I know it happens to every single person out there at least once. Even if someone got lucky like me today, I have had incredibly bad luck in the past. Now, what you can clear all of the content in the game without needing all the most recent units. You don't need them. I know you need them for ranking the highest in like arena. Well, you don't even need that, but you need them like most of the things for ranking highest in time trials and stuff like that. And obviously new units and arcs will benefit you to make content easier, but you can still have a lot of fun in this game without getting everything new. And as long as you're not worrying about all this stuff, you can have a much more fun time. So that's really what I think, but I know even when I get really bad luck, I feel terrible. But things like this happen and it's just, wow. But anyways, I think I'm not even going to do this UR guarantee anymore. Because, here's the thing. I've got every single UR arc. And the only thing I'm missing is a few old DOH units. And that's it. So, for 9,600 paid crystals, I don't know if it's worth even. Is it? Really? Is it? Yes, no, I don't know. That rhymes. I mean, I'm still incredibly tempted because it's 10 SSRs, and even an arc dupe can be useful. But I'm gonna take a break for now from summons, and I'm gonna take a break, and I'm gonna go showcase what we've gotten so far. So, let's see what... I'm still not really sure what happened, but... See, that was the first 10 pull that I did on that banner. It was dumb. Incredibly dumb. See, I've said it many times, but my luck, probably the best luck I've had, but I've had a lot of good luck on these, pretty much every single New Year event, every single anniversary event has been the most lucky thing ever. Yeah, so there's 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 UR arcs. It's pretty nice. Okay, so I could get this arc either. I got 81 of these things, really. let me just level up this arc as much as I can, which they take a lot of things. And I will try to... I will showcase her, even though I can't do my showcases what I usually do, because usually I would take the unit into a stage and test their damage, but I can't do that. I can do the thing I wanted to do. I can do the testing Sera's special skill. I'm gonna do that in a minute. I really want to test her special because I have no idea. But yeah, I've still got some crystals left, so here's what I might do. Near the end of the stream, I might do the UR guarantee anyway. I might do that. Because there's a chance I could still get new units and UR arc dupes. Yeah, could be useful. Let's look at the level 1 skill now, because that's what I wanted to look at. Powerful light attack against all enemies. Damage cap plus the 5000 isn't that high, but it's alright. Boost damage against undead types. Revive one random incapacitated ally and restore HP to all allies. Oh no! Really? You're telling me that this arc skill only revives one random dead ally and not the whole team unless you get the arc skill to level 10? Well, that's a disappointment. But it's still nice, but reviving one random incapacitated ally is disappointing. They really want me to use my UR Stardust, but there's no way. I'm not doing that. I'm saving it. But yeah, hopefully everyone else summons went well as well. But if not, then there's still, remember, this gacha still has a lot of time left on it. So, yeah. Yeah, we got it to level 9. Maybe I can get it to level 10. Maybe not. We'll see. Let me go to soul spots. Might be able to get... I don't think that's enough, is it? I don't think it is. Almost. Very close. I'll be able to do that later on, not yet, but... Yeah, this is... yeah. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get this Archive reward quickly. I don't know if I should get her paid equipment now. I really don't know if I should do that. Because I don't need to do more summons, and it would be a waste of paid crystals. I mean, Sera is going to be probably a top unit for a long time, I can see that. Because remember, Thuria is still a top tier unit, and she's been out for God knows how long. A year, I think. So I feel, and they don't release many units like this at all. Most units are DPS units, so support units are always the most valuable. It's one thing you've got to think about. So yeah, this Arcade reward is going to be pretty nice for Sera, and even any light unit, because the light attack damage, even though it's not the highest, I guess you can do something else. Or you can just put God Heal on a unit and get the use this Arcade reward. There you go. I wonder, here's what I'm thinking. I'm wondering if there's ever going to be God Forges for UR Arc accessories. Because that would be very interesting if they did Godforge accessories. They might not do that, but maybe in the future they'll do that, but I don't know. I'm not going to read this yet. Spoilers. I'll do that later. Usually there's spoilers, but very interesting. Usually I'll say I'll read it later and I don't. So there's some good stuff here. That's enough for the arc. Let's look at Sera in a minute. I'm just going to check the trading space quickly. We have 10 credentials. So what I'm going to do first is once we've got all of the skills, I'm going to look at equipment. If I feel like the equipment I have is already good and I don't need anything else, then I'm not going to get this paid stuff. But I might... Duration of buffs from active skills might be incredibly useful. Hang on. Wait a minute. Let me check. Is her special a buff that lasts a certain amount of time? Apply buff that restores stuff. Buff to allies. Yeah. So I have a feeling her paid staff is going to be incredibly useful, because that means her special damage cap buff is going to last 20% longer than it would usually. I have a feeling I'm definitely going to go for her paid staff, but not yet. We're going to do that in a minute. First of all, we are going to get as much as we can on her and see what we can... I did do a bit of farming yesterday and the day before. There still isn't the power I seek. I must continue my training. Great. I did do a few farming, some farming yesterday and the day before, and maybe some other days too, but I tried to get more clusters because I really need... I needed rainbow clusters, and I also got some mega clusters too. So I should be able to get her all of her skills. I do have some potions. I could use those. I don't know if I will yet. Maybe. We'll see. What potions do I have? 3 crimson, 1 gold. Yeah. I might use a crimson potion. Visionary light, I've got a lot of those. I guess that will do for now, but I don't think I'll stop here. Right. So this one, I do have the materials, I can't do it yet, I need levels. Okay. I'm gonna use... Should I? I'm gonna use a crimson potion now. Yeah. Because I got 3 of them, and she's a great unit, I'm gonna do it. Then I'll save the rest for other units. So much XP. Just above halfway of getting to level 44. Yeah, so awaken this as much as you can, because it does buff the special. So right now it's 1000. Then it gets to 1500. Overflowing with power. We know. She's so incredibly powerful in the story. I've read it on Discord the other day. They made her way too overpowered in the story, so maybe some people think she is going to be incredibly overpowered, but she is, but I don't know if she's on the same level. Okay, so let's learn all of her skills now, and then we will look at equipment and try her out, which will be kind of weird because I'm gonna have to use some other units with her because she is a support unit, so I can't showcase her damage because that's something you shouldn't do, but I will showcase her special damage because that's one thing I wanted to try. But I'm hoping that skill is here in the 4th enhance. Should be. Divinity shield is great. Royal armor, should be able to get everything. I don't want to pronounce this because I can't and I refuse. So there you go. Movable object. Arcane up 4. I do like arcane ups. Magic castle. So yeah, I'm very interested to knowing what her special's like because I have absolutely no idea. I've not read anything. As soon as I woke up, I didn't even look at Discord. The only thing I did was uh, get ready, have a look at the game, and check things out, and that's pretty much it. And then get stream ready, and that's it. So yeah. High level magic chant. Oh yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to using glass record on her. That's one thing I definitely must do. Auto heal is also, hopefully it doesn't use all that MP, but it should have a bunch of MP. I'm assuming if you put Goddess Kiss on her, she might not get much MP back from it, so might not be worth using Goddess Kiss on her. Maybe. I'm thinking probably not. And I think her paid stuff is light, which is a bonus, because then you can benefit from Goddess Kiss if you really want. So what I did, so I can do my overall thoughts of her now if you want. I usually do it at the end as well, but I think she is going to be an incredibly useful unit and incredibly strong unit for literally everyone. But if you have Spirit Maiden Tharia already, you don't need Sera that badly. But if you do have her, she's still going to benefit you because Sera is a different type of unit. They play differently. Sera is going to be... She is going to be one of the top tier units in the game. I'll tell you that now. Because she is kind of similar to Tharia. But she does buff everyone's damage. So, yeah. If you already have Spirit Maiden Tharia, then you don't need to get Sera. But I would still recommend to get Sera because Sera is a unique unit. Adis doesn't release units like her that often. It's very rare that they release a unit like this, so I would probably recommend almost everyone to get Sera. But if you're free to play and only have like 3,000 crystals to spare, or only 3,000 left, I mean, if you have a lot of DPS units, then get Sera if you can, because she's going to be great. I'm missing one skill. I mean, yeah, she's good for end game, but also early game, not as much though. I mean, it's kind of hard. Okay, her ward isn't that great. It's kind of hard to say what she's going to be good at because she's going to be good at a lot of stuff. Mostly hard content, she's going to help a lot there. Where's this? Where's the damn? There it is. But if you are struggling in content because you're dying, Spirit Maiden 3 is going to be more useful for survivability, but Sera's going to be... If you're looking for buffing your units and having the highest damage potential, you must have Sera, because without Sera you're missing out on the damage cap. Sera, yeah, it's just incredibly good. Because her special gives a damage cap buff to everyone on your team, which is basically the same as Tinkili, but I think Sera, this special stacks with Tinkili, which, if it does, then that's going to be an incredibly strong thing. But yeah, I think she's going to be one of the top tier units. I don't know what much else to say really, because she's just great. Because we don't get many units like her, so I can see her value and how valuable she's going to be. Let's equip some stuff. I'm gonna have a look at some staffs. I'm probably gonna get a paid staff soon, but I'm gonna have a look for any staffs that free-to-play players would have, any good options. Good luck on your pulls. Also, one thing to mention is if you're lucky enough you could get the UR arc as well, because it's there. But if you're one of those guys that like waiting for pity, then I guess you could do that instead, but there's a lot of things to keep in mind when going for a unit and if going for them or not, because, you know, yeah, if you want, you can wait for me to showcase her if you want, because I'm going to be doing that in a minute. I'm going to be equipping her with equipment, and then I'll be going into some stages to try her out, so you can wait if you want, just to make your mind up, because my mind can change. It most likely won't. Effectiveness of healing HP magic. This healing wand could be useful, even though the stats are terrible. I did talk about her paid equipment earlier, but in my opinion, it depends on what. Let's say you don't have any robes at all, we got 0 robes. Obviously the paid robe would do better, but in my opinion, compare the robe to the paid staff. I think the paid staff is definitely stronger than the paid robe. But I think there are a lot of good robes. There's a robe from, I could have a look at it now. If I show the robe that I'm thinking of, where is it? It's down here somewhere. It is this one. This robe is incredibly good. I like using this on most support units. I would probably recommend to use this instead of the paid robe and get the paid staff if you want, because I think the paid staff is going to be incredibly good, because the paid staff also gives 20% buffs last 20% longer, which is something that is going to benefit you once you realize how useful it is. But yeah, I'm most likely going to use this robe. But first, I'm going to go to staffs, and then robes. Healing wand could be a good thing to use, even though it's kind of bad. Criticals occur when using healing magic. I guess that could be good, but don't really need that. Is there anything good? HP recovery magic from unit plus 20%. Miracle wand. Yeah, this could be a good wand actually. This is a good wand. If you don't have the paid one, maybe use that if you want, or anything else. Recovery magic. I mean, there is a lot of good staff options, but one thing I've got to say is none of this is as good. Oh, that's a good option. None of this is as good as her paid staff. But this is a good option. This is very interesting. You know, wait, hang on. If, actually, this might not be that good, because if this staff trait doesn't stack with her skill 2, then there's no point to use the staff. So that's one thing to keep in mind. I'm just gonna use something. I'm just gonna use Miracle Wand for now, just because, and then I'm gonna look at some robes. Most likely gonna use that one I showed already, but I'm gonna have a look anyway. MP regeneration is nice. Most likely gonna use this. Everything that I have on Tharia, probably just gonna use on Sera instead. Anything down here? Not really, no. Yeah, I'm just gonna use this robe. I think it's really good. Accessories is a different story. I'm not really sure what to put on accessories. What am I gonna do? Accessories, hard decision really. Oh, I got a good option. Good option is this one. All magic costs MP -1, damage from fire, ice, earth, and thunder attacks -20%. Basically, any accessory that gives her more survivability is going to be a good accessory for her, or less MP cost is also good. I'm just going to scroll. Oh, also, the arc accessory, your arc accessory. I forgot about that. I'm going to put that on. I might stick with this. I mean, I'm going to quickly have a look, see if there's anything else. that I would like to use that are good options. I mean, if you want, you can go for more casting speed, maybe. If you're putting glass record on, you might need the casting speed. I don't know if you need it though. Anything for survivability, like even this, could be good. And yeah, don't really care about damage accessories because she's not gonna really do damage. Well, maybe a special, maybe, but look at that in a minute. Yeah, Brooch of the Seven Butterflies could be good too. This is from the story, so it's free as long as you got far enough in the story. But actually, I think she already has continuous high regeneration, doesn't she? So you don't need that. HP, ST, recovery speed, that's a good option too. That could be good. Yeah, I might just use that for the moment. Yeah, I'm just going to stick with this for now. I'm going to use this for the showcase. Her stats currently are looking pretty nice. Her mind is pretty nice, int is also nice. Obviously, it's hard to make a build for a unit like this because since you're not putting on damage skills, it's hard to think of what skills to put on, but I would recommend a bunch of HP ups, maybe more magic buffs if you want, all of the MP ups if possible, more magic defense ups, and anything else like healing or survivability is going to be useful. That's mostly it. If you want her special to do damage, I guess you can do damage, but she's mostly going to be support. But yeah, let's try her out now with this build currently, with her base skills, nothing else. What am I going to do with this? Because I need to... She's not really going to do damage, so I kind of need another unit to go with her, but what is that unit going to be? Good question. Loxus? Maybe. I just quickly equip him with something. I just use him to showcase something. That short video I did of Loxus damage cap was quite funny. I was just testing it out. It's kind of good. They could go for more damage cap. Let's just go. We're going to be using Great War of Ruin so that we can charge a special instantly. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so I don't know if there is a wiki, but there's this Google document sheet which I will find right now. Let me get it on my phone. There's this document sheet which you can benefit from a lot. It has a lot of links to a lot of useful sources, and it has a list of all the units, a tier list, arc list, shops, events, everything to do with the story. There's a bunch of stuff here. There isn't really any wikis. Some sources are outdated, but let me see if I can get this. Copy link. This thing. That link, it is safe, don't worry. That link is a document sheet. It's the best way, the best place to get information from, I think. I get a lot of information from there. I'm pretty sure there is, if you find it, there is some story-related information there regarding how to unlock things and chests and stuff like that. And it's pretty much, you're going to find a lot of useful information there. Just have a look at it, through all the links, and you should find some really good stuff there. That's the best place I recommend for getting information. They do keep it updated, and if you really want, there is a tier list there as well, I think. But usually don't worry about tier lists, just use whoever you like using. But yeah, let's go and showcase Sera in the normal stage we always do. It's going to be hard to showcase her, but I'm going to do the best I can, because she doesn't really do damage, but she will buff Loxus, so that'd be a good test. So yeah, if you open it in Google Documents, then you'll be able to view it a lot better. Material drop locations, farm drop chances, tier list, farming spots, a lot of stuff. Even there's even guides on how to defeat bosses, hard bosses too. Okay, so let's first look at, see if there's any buffs that she's done. So here, one thing I noticed is there isn't a damage cap buff. So I'm pretty sure her trait 1, isn't a buff. Where is it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure her trait 1, unless it's not. Let me read it first. All adds, yeah, while the unit is alive, all adds damage cap plus 1,500. That isn't applying a buff, so that means Loxus should be getting that much more damage cap. It's kind of hard to test it. I will try a special out. We can try out Amaterasu too. I guess we can do that first. I want to see the animation of this. I don't know what the animation looks like. I didn't see it. Haven't seen it yet. Okay. How many hits? 43 is actually nice. Okay, that was pretty nice. That was a thing. We can test how fast it casts this. Pretty fast, actually. Okay, she's already... I think she's healing damage cap. If I look at buffs, timed HP recovery, restore HP after a set time. If I use that again, look at how much she's healing for. 14,499. That is incredibly good. Okay. Let me try a special out now. It should do damage, right? What's it gonna be like? Confused. Okay, I see. Now if I look, debuffs, all attribute damage boost, yeah, all attribute damage cap up as well. So these are unique icons, which means they stack with other buffs, which is going to be an incredibly good thing to note. Now if I go back to Loxus, if I try his damage cap again, you see his damage cap is even higher, 25,699, when it was 23,000. 23,000. So, yeah, I can already see it'd be pretty useful, but how else can I showcase this really? Kind of difficult. So, yeah, her special actually seems pretty good, not gonna lie. I could try and make her special do as much damage as possible, but that's not gonna be much yet unless you fully build her, stuff like that. She's not fully awakened either, so that's, yeah. Okay, I want to do something. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go in with Loxus quickly, and I'm gonna look at his base damage cap. I'm gonna see, I just want to test her trait 1, I think, the damage cap, because I just want to confirm it. So, it was doing 23,000, 22,200, 22,199. That's how much it is hitting. Last time it was hitting 23,000 something. So, I'm pretty certain that her trait is a continuous damage cap up for the whole team. That is so good. You don't know how good that is. That's so If that is true, then that's just going to be incredibly useful. I'm pretty sure it is. One unit is alive, all allies damage capped. Yeah. Yeah, that's incredibly good. Okay, I don't know how I can showcase her much more because it's kind of hard, but you can see she does, her trait 1 damage cap is continuous as long as she's alive to all allies, and the damage cap includes magical, physical, and special damage cap, which is huge. If there's one person in multiplayer using this unit, you're going to benefit so much from having one Sera in the team. Everyone's damage cap and everything is going to be so much higher, it's going to be so good. So yeah, if you are all about doing as much damage as possible, as fast as possible, Sera is going to be a great addition for doing damage basically. Now one thing I want to try was quickly put on Eldravana just to test her special. And I guess I can put on Tinkili to try to increase her special to even higher. Might not do much though. Oh yeah, let me try this. I'm gonna try something. Remember Loxus was doing 22,199? I'm gonna try and get his damage cap up to as high as I can with the same build. Should I put on God of Ruin or not? I'm not gonna, I'm just gonna put on a different arc just for a better showcase. So I can showcase the damage cap difference between Loxus by itself with Tinkili, Sera. It's gonna be a good one. I will try Sera's special skill too, so that's gonna be good. Now the UR-Arc skill does actually have some decent hit counts. I don't remember the hit counts of other arc skills, I think like 41 or something. So 43 is actually nice. Okay, so my plan here, using Great Wall Rune instantly, and then her special. And then Sera's special, and then Loxus for the damage, and we'll see how it goes. So her special is doing a bit more damage now. I do personally like her special. Okay, let's try out Loxus skill 1 now. Remember his damage cap before was like 22,199. Look at this. 30,000. 30,000. That's like 8,000 more damage cap. Skill 3. Okay, special time. Okay, well. Yeah, well, no. Yeah, okay. Well. Yeah, I see. Well. Okay. So, yeah, the damage cap from Sera and Tinkili both stack. It increased Loxus damage cap by like 8,000. You can do that to literally everyone in the team, which is ridiculous as long as you're using both their specials at the same time. Even if you've only got one, like if you only got Sera, continuous 2,000 damage cap, as long as she's alive, is just, yeah. I can definitely see her, she's going to be incredibly useful units. I know Twigs is going to enjoy this a lot because he likes damage cap. Having units increase other units' damage cap to allow them to do even more damage is always just incredibly. They are always great units. There's not that many units like that. But there's a few. We got Balin Charisma, and obviously any UR Arc, and Sera, Tinkili, Saintly Lilibet, all of those 5 things, as well as equipment, that's 6 things you can do to increase damage cap. If you got all of those 6 things together, highest damage cap in the game, ridiculous. This is also great, I got more. 130 arcs now. Nice stuff. So yeah, I've pretty much showcased and done everything. It's almost 2 hours. I'm gonna not finish yet. We are not done yet. I am gonna do a few more summons, and then I do want the stuff. I'm gonna get the stuff. No matter what people say, I'm getting the stuff. I'm gonna do 15 summons with paid crystals, and then I'm gonna do. I don't think this gives credentials, so yeah. I'm gonna do. Yeah. We'll get the 15 credentials, and then we'll do the UR guarantee afterwards. And then after that, I am not doing any more summons because, yeah, we've got everything we wanted today, which is so good. Obviously, I'm not expecting anything from these summons, but if we could get a dupe of Nevermind Skip, dupe of Sera, it would have been nice, but that's asking for too much, I know. That's 10, now we need 5 more, we're going to do the single pools. Pretty sure the credentials are from this banner, unless I'm dumb. Right. So we did 41 summons so far. 25 more, yeah. I'm not gonna go for prisms. I feel like don't need that. We're gonna skip these 5. After this we'll do the UR guarantee. And then we'll basically be done. Gold. I mean, I don't need to do the UR guarantee, it's just I kinda... Red. Sandworm. I would have been surprised if it was one of the banner things, but I guess not. That would have been stupid. Skip. How many we done? 3? Yeah. 4. Last one. There you go. I mean, I could always just save the paid crystals. I mean, I don't have to. Skip. There you go. Okay, so that's all of those summons. I could do the paid UR guarantee. I am still tempted. It's a hard decision. Let's get these stuff. Let's get that now. Great. Really good stuff. Even though it's only for Sera, it's still worth using. So we've done 46 pulls. I could do this. Let me just double check these banners. So this banner, obviously it's got all of these DOH units and everything, more UR arcs and stuff and things and blah blah. I'm pretty sure I got every SSR now. Chance of getting something new. I mean, I don't know if it feels like a waste or not. I don't know really. I mean, I do have the UR starter, so I guess. So in this banner it's got Amaterasu, God of Ruin, Solaris, Dravana, Limit. This one only has 4 UR arcs. Is the chance of getting UR higher in the first part 1? Or are they the same overall? They might... It might be higher on part 1 actually to get UR. I think it might be. I think so. You know, that's actually a bad thing. Is that there's less URs in total in the one banner. There's only 4 on this one. Loxus, Council 10, Katsuchi, Theopolis. I mean, I don't know if I want to do this, you know, because I don't really need to. God of Ruin, Loxus is in here, Shida. Let's equip her. Let me just change this team quickly. Equip her paid staff too, because paid staff is going to be the one I'm going to use all the time on her. Seems pretty nice. Almost reached 2 hours, which is surprising. I didn't think it would take this long. So my build for now is going to be with a paid staff. There you go. I'm going to be using this build for the moment. I think the staff, robe, and accessory, I'm probably going to keep these 3 on. For the final build, I don't know if I'm going to change the second accessory or not. But yeah, this setup seems like a pretty nice one. Seems pretty good to have this. Or one thing you could do if you really want is there is an accessory here somewhere, really close. I can smell it. It's here. I put it on Tinkili. Duration of buffs from units' active skills. You could put this accessory on if you want, because that's gonna allow her special damage cap to last even longer. I think you could put this on. That could be a good choice. I might do that for the final build, but for now, I'm not going to put it on for now. I'm just going to keep this on for now. Seems alright. And I will start learning all of her skills and everything. We've got 3 minutes left and it'll be 2 hours. Kind of want to make it 2 hours. So this, I did try a special. It did seem like her special was against all enemies. And the hit count was not terrible. It was better than I was expecting. So I think her special is going to be incredibly strong. Is there anything else I want to do? I mean, I could check out the events. She got 2000 mine now, which is pretty great. There is a prism in the event. And I could still do the UR guarantee, but it's just kind of haunting me that I shouldn't do it. Yeah, the chant, yeah. There's so many, look at all these SSR arcs. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do my conclusion now, I guess. So Sera is an incredibly good unit, and I feel like pretty much everyone's going to benefit from having Sera. If you got a healer already, like Tharia, I guess you don't need Sera that badly, but even if you've already got Tharia, you're still going to benefit from Sera because she can increase everyone's damage cap by quite a lot, which is what Tharia doesn't do, and Sera is kind of similar to Tinkili in a way, because Tinkili also buffs everyone's damage cap, but Sera is a better Tinkili, because she's basically a healer like Tharia, as well as increasing everyone's damage cap and damage like Tinkili. Basically just Tharia and Tinkili both together. Both Tharia and Tinkili are top units. Obviously Tharia has been a top unit, the best unit in the game for like a year or so. So you can see how incredibly good Sera is going to be since Tharia has been on the top for so long, you know, and since Sera is so similar and plays a bit differently, you can definitely see she's going to be a great unit and one of the top units. I don't know how they're going to rank her on the tier list. I'm not too worried about that, but I expect she's going to be ranked pretty high. And the UR arc, obviously it's a very good UR arc to have, and it's going to do very well with Sera, but don't go chasing it because chances of getting it are still very low. You could try and get it from this UR guarantee banner if you want, because it is a 1 in 5 chance to get it specifically. If you're missing a lot of URs, I would personally recommend to do one of these banners if you can, even though it is expensive paid crystals. You're more likely to get one UR that you don't have because they separated the banners now. So let's say you have like 2 URs from this banner, right? Then you could just pull on this banner instead and get a new UR guaranteed because you're not going to have anything on this banner. So that's one thing to keep in mind. If you don't have anything, any new URs in the banner, then you might as well do it. It's definitely worth getting. URs are the most valuable in the game, and well, maybe Honey Elixir is arguably, but URs are the hardest to get and like the best arcs. So yeah, that's pretty much. It's been 2 hours now, a bit long, but I guess it's fine. The stream was very good. And luck incredibly good. I don't know what happened with the luck this time. I wasn't expecting this to happen. I was kind of expecting it to go bad this time since all the other times have been good. So, but hopefully everyone else has had some good luck or is still thinking about Sera. Maybe you're gonna be trying to pull on her soon. Who knows? They are gonna be giving out some crystals since it's New Year's events and stuff like that. What you could do is you could save your crystals for the moments and just use tickets, because there are tickets in the trading space and stuff like that. So yeah, overall I think she's definitely going to be a top tier unit and everything. Pretty much mentioned everything I wanted to about her and the UR arc. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this stream. Don't want it to go on for too much longer because it's been 2 hours already, so I doubt anyone really watches this as a video through the whole thing. If you do, then congratulations, you deserve a cookie, but I can't give you one because I don't have any right now. But yeah, that's enough of me talking. I will see you in the next stream or video. I am expecting there to be a new unit in 2 weeks from now. I don't know if there's going to be any part 2 to this event next week. There might be, but since there are not going to be any units, I only really do the live streams for the newer units. So yeah, I will see you in the next one, wherever that is, hopefully soon. I do still have some work to do, so I don't have as much time to do as many videos as I would want to. So yeah, I'll try to find some time and have some other games I would like to play too. But yeah, thanks for coming here. Hopefully everyone enjoyed it, and hopefully everyone else has a nice new year, because it is New Year very soon. So yeah, thanks for coming. If anyone's got any questions or anything, then just leave them in the comments, because it'll be uploaded as a video as soon as this ends, as soon as I press a button right now. So yeah, thanks, and